Okay, here on the Horse Racing Show now, the first ever father-son that we've had on. We had on Mark Casse, his son Norm here now, who went out on his own just over a year ago. How's that been?
It's been interesting. It's been fun. It's been exciting. It's a bunch of highs and lows, but I think so far so good. We've been pretty good at what we've been doing, and we're building on our successes.
Things that you learned from your dad, from your grandfather Norman, your namesake, who's a legend in the business. You put all that into it, as well as some of the things you got to do on your own?
There's a lot that goes into training race horses. I think if I took anything away from Grandpa and Dad, it's just the personal aspect, knowing the people, knowing how to handle your clients, how to treat your clients with respect. And then probably on the important side of the horses, it's just patience, doing the right thing for the horses. And when you do the right things for the horses, they do the right things for you.
As far as right now, you getting excited about somebody in particular?
I got a bunch of 2-year-olds I really like. We won't name any names right now. They're all going to run this month.
Because you know I'll play it back next year before the Derby and ask where they are or how they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, listen, we've all been there where we think we have some really nice horses and they turn out to be just kind of morning glories. I have 2 or 3 that I really, really like. If they run the way they've been breezing, then they can be any kind of horses. So they're running this month, and hopefully they run the way they've been working.
Everybody's excited about a 2-year-old, aren't they?
It gets you up in the morning, that's for sure.
As far as here, the sales, just kind of hanging out, checking it out?
Well, you hope to go around and meet people that may have recognized how well you've been doing, and maybe they'll give you a shot, look at horses, and just potentially meet new clients. And you never know, you show up at a sale, next thing you know, you end up going home with 2 or 3. And so you kind of got to be here, or people forget about you.
Well, this is the business of the business is right here. I said earlier, this is where it all starts, is right here at the sales.
It really makes a big difference about who you know, and just a lot of it has to be being at the right place at the right time.
What's the best advice you've given to Mark? How about that question?
You know what? Honestly, I don't know if I've given him any advice, but we both learn from each other. Us working together, we went from just being a Woodbine-based training operation to Dad winning Triple Crown races and stuff like that, and that always a team effort at the very, together we learned from a lot of our mistakes, and that's basically what we did. I guess the thing that I always kind of harped on Dad about is just like not just taking a loss for what it is and trying to learn from that loss. And I feel like the reason why we've become the way we are is because we do that.
I know he's given you some pretty good advice, I'm sure.
Yes, we've worked together very well.
And that's what I always loved. I always loved how you celebrated the big wins. What was it like this year when he wins with War Wheel to Preakness and Sir Winston the Belmont? And you're watching, you're not right there side by side, but I know you're there.
Just very proud of my family. The cool thing about War Will was that my uncle picked him out, so it was really a family affair. My uncle went over to France and picked him out, and then, of course, Dad won the Preakness. And obviously you're a little disappointed because you're not a part of the team anymore, but you just kind of, know that you were part of it because you got to be part of getting them to that point. So it was just a great year for those guys.
They didn't send you a black-eyed Susan and a carnation in the mail?
I got that from my wife. She's from there. That was the coolest thing about it, is for them to win that big race where my wife's family's from.
Yeah, that was good. I think Mark might have had a little bit of mixed emotions because War Will was such a gamer to win and go all the way through. He only won, I believe, he went all the way through the Triple Crown.
Yeah, he was the only horse to do it. And Dad, he's known for, not sitting horses out. Right. So he ran the horse in the Belmont. He didn't run his best race, but of course he won the Belmont regardless with Sir Winston. But you got to give Dad credit. A lot of these guys want to sit on their horses. It's called horse racing. He lets his horses run.
Great to see you, Norman. Continued success, all the best. We'll get you back on again and talk more about those 2-year-olds next year.
I hope so. Thank you very much for having me on.
All right. Always a pleasure. Thank you.